Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's, everyone. It is 2026. It's pretty much 2026 everywhere now. Look what arrived yesterday. Kim, I know you weren't, this isn't your favorite, but I did get one. And I'm eager to test it out. So it came with the press, the stand, and they also come with a full bottle of Nuvo glue and a full bottle and an empty bottle. All right, so first impressions, let's give it a go. We'll see if this will be one of my favorite tools of 2026. So I think you're supposed to be able to leave it here and not worry about it sealing up if you leave it on the stand. And then what goes here? Your top? Like that? Okay, let's see. Let's glue something together. Let's make something. Let's make the first thing of 2026. Oh my goodness, the pressure. What will it be? What will it be? Let's see. I'm going to find my chat and my video. Just a few buttons here and there. Here we are. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Kim and Vicky and Sue. Good morning. Happy New Year from Nova Scotia. I bet it's rather cold where you are. Hello, Rhonda Lane. Happy New Year. And happy belated Christmas to you as well. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm a little late. I wasn't here right at 5:30 because I was up at midnight watching a fireworks show. So, yeah, I wasn't gonna, I almost made it in time, but not quite. All right. I am grabbing a random magazine off of my shelf. This one, ooh, I've actually been wanting to do some texturized mixed media, so that's just immediately makes me happy. What if we should just do something like this? Well, I think we've done something like this before. Just layered, textured cards with lots of layers on it. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Let's just go for it. We don't even need to flip through it. Lane Moncrief. This is Lane Moncrief's work. It's like turning a new leaf, right? Ooh, I really like how these layers are stitched together, but then this one's glued on top. I like all of this. I like it very much. Oh, this would be a really cool vision board. I love that. Oh my gosh, am I gonna like every page in the new year? I would like to make a vision board that looks like this for my craft room. Love that. Ooh, yeah, I like everything in the new year. Oh, this is by Gwen. Okay, so let me tell you, like, I'm flagging every page. Let me tell you what This is August, September, October 2023. So it's not a new one. And that's okay. I'm pretty sure we've cased this one before. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling itty bitty accordion book. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I have some of those. Oh my gosh, I am literally marking every page. Hi, Ramona. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Beth. Beth, when I was clicking go live, I was like, I wish Beth was crafting with me today. Ooh, I'm seriously loving everything I see. I'm just going to mark it all. And then on days when I'm like, I don't know what to do, here's more of those, like a vision board, you guys, is what I imagine this to be. Cultivate compassion. I have some fabric like that I can stamp on. Gosh, I really like the idea of this. Very much. Ooh, look at these. Very simple, but I like those too. Oh my gosh, I love everything. Okay, well, good. It's much better than not finding any inspiration. But how could I not find any inspiration? Look at all the little dresses. Oh, I remember this one. I remember the hands. Okay, but I think we're going to do something like this. We'll start with something like this. This isn't going to take us very long. I've done it before. And then maybe we'll move to one of the other tabs. We've got quite a few here. Okay, Miss Lynn Moncrief, we're going for it. All right, so hi, Jim. Happy New Year. Have I missed anybody? How's the weather over there, Jim? Ave, Happy New Year. Good morning. You're in the Kansas City airport. Where are you going? Where are you headed, Ramona? All right. I've always loved the name Ramona since like 4th grade, when I started reading all the Beverly Cleary books. Snowy, LOL. Another 6+ inches of snow on the way. Wow, Jim. You want to build a snowman? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Now, I don't really want to keep mine so neutral, but y'all probably already knew that. I'm digging through my scraps. Look at these. Look how these layer. Ooh. I'm literally just pulling paper out of my scrap box right now. And I save front pages to books that don't have anything on them for moments like this. So we've got a front page to a book. And then we need, let's see, we'll do one large stamp. Oh, Rhonda sent me one. Let me grab that. See where I put it. Ooh, let me get these girls out too. I have so many options, my head's spinning with ideas. I went to grab this stamp that I unboxed from Rhonda. Look at that. Beautiful Celebrate small victories. Trust the timing of your life. These all seem perfect for today. And tap into your magic. Oh my gosh. Yes. And then this amazing. I feel like there's something else in here. What's this? Layered stencils. Are there layered stencils in here? There sure are. Ooh. Ah, you like stamp it and do the whole layered stencil thing. Ooh. Okay. Let's have some fun. Okay, so I've got this whole set. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. And I've got Frida. And then I don't know if I've shown you guys these girls yet, but I bought 2 of them because I knew I would use them up. And I've already really used up one of them. But they're collage paper, and it's all these ladies. And I really love the cowgirls. I actually really love every page, which is why I bought 2. All right, but we're going to go from the inspiration, and we're going to use this. All right, so let's do this. I really like all of these. A big honkin' stamp. Yeah, it is a big honkin' stamp, isn't it? It's so fabulous. Okay, so this will be like a top layer. Oh, this one, So this one's going to have to be up above this one. We're going to layer these a little funky. Let me put this over here. Oh my gosh, we watched The Fabelmans again the other night. My husband turned it on. That's a movie, Steven Spielberg's story of his life, of his childhood really, and how he got started making movies. It is so inspirational. I don't really even know why it inspires me. I mean, I do know why, but like I just find it to be so inspirational. So the other night we watched that. Is anyone doing New Year's resolutions? I'm not. I'm going to try to make a vision board. Last year I made a vision board journal. Do y'all remember that? Okay, so this is going to be our back layer. I might end up cutting it a little smaller. And then this is going to be in there, and this is going to be in there. And what I might have to do is kind of like offset them a little. And then this big honkin' stamp is going to have a moment to do its thing too. Okay, are there instructions? I bet there are. I have that. Okay. Let's look at this. That's if you just used the stencils. This is if you use the stencils and the stamp. I can't really tell what they did. Let's see. Ah, I see what they did. Okay. I had to look at the stencil and the picture. So with this stencil, they did like a very light pink. Okay, need a pointer. They did this real light, like cream. and green with this stencil. And with this stencil, they did the dark pink and orange. Okie dokie. Now, we'll stencil this up. This is going to happen so fast. This is why we can do multiple projects if y'all are up for it. I know this is the way I want to start my year. Yeah, I feel like last year went really well. So I don't really have any, the only thing is, you know, better health and saving money. That's it. And just keep on a good path. Other than that, no notes. This paper is so hard for me to cover up. I love it so much. I don't know where I pulled it from and if I have another sheet. Pull it, where does that paper come from? Usually when I like a piece of paper as much as I like this particular piece of paper, I'll add it to my journal. Let's see. Gosh, I think this came from, I'll just cut a piece of this off and add it to my journal is what I'll do. But I think this might be a Michael's. I'm not sure where that piece of paper came from. Again, it was in my scraps. So I can cover this one up because I do have something else to put in its place. But if you ever run across a favorite piece of paper, like the journal that I'm working in right now that I made this summer to go to Paperganza, I used a bunch of my favorite papers to make it. There we go. I wanted that rough edge on there. This journal right here. This is made with a bunch of my favorite papers. See, like this one, I've used it before in projects, and it's so hard for me to glue this side down. This is one of my favorites. I like the other side too, obviously, because that's the one I used in projects. This is like one paper pad that I really liked, nearly every sheet basically. And so I just made a journal out of it because I was like, I know I love all of these, that I like it so much, I'll just make a journal out of it. This one. These are fun. It's so bright and cheerful. Oh, I love this postcard we made together. It's crazy cool. And so is that one. Oh, I forgot that. I think I made these the same time I made this journal. So I'll be using this in a lot of 2026. That's for sure. It might even carry me through the year. We'll just see. This is my ideas journal where I write down ideas for what to make and my channel and everything. Just showing you some of my favorite papers that I put in it. Bitty Penny, the stencils have numbers on them between the holes. Yeah, I love that. Right up here, there's a -1 and then a 2. Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. I'm excited to use this. Thank you so much. Oh, it's a different Rhonda, but thank you, Rhonda. Okay. And I saw the note, what about vellum? Yeah, we could use some vellum. I really don't use vellum that often, do I? Hey, tomorrow's sheet load day, you guys. Well, the sheet load releases today, but the team, we release our videos tomorrow. We have new team members this year, so have to check it out. I'm not going to do any spoilers. All right. I wanted a little bit of a border. There we go. I like it just like that. Okay, and now I'm going to stamp on this little piece right here. These pieces, I think I might just run over to my sewing machine and stitch them right together. I liked the way that was done in the inspiration piece. I need to change my thread color. Not right now, but just in general. Hi. That's the sound of me not wanting to drop scissors on my foot. Reagan. How's it going? Were you here when I was talking about it's a new sheet load? And we have new team members, and I'm so excited, but I'm not doing any spoilers. Okay, these are stitched on, and I decided I could have stitched it and not stitched it on the actual card base. You know, I could have just stitched these 3 pieces and then glued them down. That is an option if you want to do that, but I like stitches, so I don't mind that they're gonna be on the inside of my card too. But yeah, I've been using this pink ribbon for I think most of 2025, so maybe we need a new ribbon color. All right, let's do this thing. Let's use this huge stamp on this tiny sheet of paper and stencils. All right, is this what I want to use? Not really, but it'll work. And a pinch. It's got Desiree stamps on it. I wonder what she'll make in 2026. I can't wait to see. That's all I know. Okay. Last I heard, she's already working on a new, something new. All right. Let's do, I'm gonna do like, I'm just gonna, oh, that's shifting way too much. Okay, well, good thing it's not even a color you can see. So that's not the mat we need. Let me get a different one. Here, we'll use my proper tool designed for this particular whole situation. How about that? It's designed to go in this. So I'll use it. Maybe I'll follow directions in 2026. doke. I want it to be off the edge. Not that way. It's good to use the other thing about the numbers is that, you know, these things can be a bit directional. So it's good that they put them. Otherwise, you could put the stencil, you know, on the wrong side or whatever. But there we go. All right. I'm wanting to keep it pretty light, I think. Let's see. Antique linen, I think is what was on this brush. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. You were here. Oh. Well, I'm super excited. I've been telling everybody this is a special edition of the sheet load too this month. Okay. What's cool about this system, here's what I love about this stenciling system. I think this is my only stencil that I have of Sizzix that goes with this system, but I have the adapter plates that can go with it. And what's cool about it is that when I go to put the second layer on, I won't have to worry about lining it up because it goes in these holes. So it's automatically, as long as I have the top side, the correct side down, then it'll automatically line up. And I really love that about it. Okay, I'm gonna put a touch of green. I'm just following directions, following the inspiration piece that was on the packaging with those two colors. Now we're gonna deviate here with different colors because I'm using different patterned papers and stuff. All right, this is the color palette, if you will. So definitely the antique linen. Well, it's actually not quite, I think Victorian velvet might have been a very better color. That's what we need to put in there. Let's put some Victorian velvet in there. It's not too late. Nope, not that one. Oh my goodness. I just had the brush I needed in my hand and it disappeared. That's hilarious. I just had my hands on it. I do want to get my studio more organized in 2026. That is definitely a plan. I think this will go better. I think that antique linen might have clashed with my pattern paper. So it's a good thing we brought the paper in to see what color it was. One of my coworkers is telling me her friend's daughter, who was like 3, was doing something the other day. And she told her mommy, I'm just doing my best. Mommy, I'm just doing my best. And I was like, well, can't ask you more than that. Okay, that's a little closer. It's not an exact, but it's fine. I just need to make sure it's of the right tone. And then I think I want my kitsch flamingo for the next layer. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift this. We're already almost done with our first card, you guys. I could just make a whole heap of these. Okay, so now what I'm saying, and you're going to get to see it in action, is that this is going to line up perfectly as long as, you know, I can tell that, like, this says Sizzix right here and 2. And so when I put it on its little thing, it's just going to be exactly where I need it to be. And I don't have to fiddle around and wonder, like, am I lining this up correctly? None of that. Y'all, I bought 15 bins of craft supplies off Marketplace. Most brand new. Oh my gosh, an old lady passed away, but apparently she loved to shop at HSN. Oh my gosh, one of the bins you looked in had all the foils. Wow. Well, Reagan, I'm glad it went to you, someone who will use it, appreciate it, who knows what to do with it, you know? That's awesome. I know what you're doing in 2026. Congrats. How fun. I'm not even going to call it a de-stash anymore. I'm going to be de-hoarding my craft room in 2026. That's what I decided to call it, de-hoarding. And painting and making new papers. And then a lot of what I have been doing, but I am going to get more organized. Look, I bought a little calendar in my favorite color, of course. And I'm going to be able to kind of like write for the month, like what I want to do and for on my channel and like what my dates are for design team stuff. And then actually have a plan is the idea. We'll see how this goes. If not, I'll give it to my daughter. It's the wrong color for her, but she'll use it maybe. I don't think my son will. But I'm going to give it a try. Okay. There we go. That is that. Now, those are really pretty and all, just with the stencils alone. But I love this stamp. I'm ringing in the new year here. Oh, hi, Sue. Happy New Year. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that goes about right there, I think. There we go. I think it goes like that. All right. Now, where's the topper? It's right behind me. Sometimes I put things in the chair behind me. And sorry, I have to move it off screen because this thing is so big that it's really hard. It like hits my camera, which is why I never use it. I like it as a tool. I love it as a tool. But as a YouTuber, the camera mounted above my desk, it is a little problematic. Just a little. All right, now let's get some ink on it. I stamped something with my Memento ink the other day and I wasn't very impressed. Like, I need to re-ink it. But I'm not going to do that right now. If my re-inkers were in the drawer like I wanted them to be, I would. Nope. Oh, let's use some Stellar ink. And let's use Weeping Willow instead of black. Okay. Yeah, this is a really cool tool. This came out in 2024, I think. The Sizzix platform. Oh, I can already tell the Weeping Willow was a good choice. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, I love this stamp. think I'm going to leave it, whoa. I think I'm going to leave it a little rough, honestly. I'm just going to do one more time. Oh my goodness. So on the first, you know, I've been drawing like birds all this month. I drew 20 birds, you guys. Let me know if y'all want to see them. I did 20 birds this month, and we had talked the other day, and I was like, should I do landscapes next or still life? And you guys all said landscapes. But since then, I've changed my mind not to do still lifes, but I need to do critters next. Because, I mean, part of it, yes, is for me, you know, as I work on paper pads, and I want to tackle critters. Looky there. Some of our detail is lost, like in the colors that we chose, but I really like this. I think it looks really nice. Okay. So I'm gonna set that over there. I'm just gonna move this, put this over here. I'll clean it up later. We might use it again. I really like that stamp a lot. But yeah, so this month I will be drawing a critter every day. And I'm excited about it because they're going to be bitty penny critters. Oh my goodness. Shards from my cleaning cloth fell on the floor. And when I picked it up, there's paper shards attached. I'm sure y'all can relate. All right, this thing is juicy. So let me hit it with my heat tool. Hi, Linda. Happy New Year. Oh my goodness, if I can get to it. We'll see how it's going to work. I'm so grateful. Oh, Avi, I got to check up. I know that I'll be part of that Steph's design space accepted me to be on her design team. More news to come. But I'll be live with her on Mondays, I think starting in June. How cool. Congrats, Ave. Congrats. I'm so happy for all my friends here who are joining design teams and doing things. I follow Raul because of Dee Dee. And I saw a video from him the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, another friend, another friend, another friend. But I think it's it's a January coloring thing. And I just got so excited when I saw the people participating because I was like, aw, so many of my friends are doing, you know, different things and growing. And I love that for everyone. It makes me so happy. All right. That one just needed some heat. And we're going to put this, now I have to decide. I think I'm going to put it at the same angle as this sheet. All right. First impressions. Thanks. Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't that be pretty just by itself? This isn't very easy to squeeze. I don't know. When's the glue come out? Hello? Is it clogged already? I mean, I don't know. This kind of, does this get easier over time? Is it easier if there's less glue in it? Because this is a full bottle, but my hand says this isn't any better. In fact, my hand doesn't like that at all. This is harder to squeeze than my glue bottle, you guys. That's my first impressions. Ah, jeez Louise. Kim, are you ready to say I told you so? It's okay. I can handle it, but this is really hard to squeeze. I wonder if I take some glue out of the bottle, if I can, if that makes it easier. Actually, let me fill this bottle with my glue. That's the best thing to do. I'm going to fill this bottle with my glue. Oh, my hand does not like this thing, y'all. It hurts all the way up here. All right. This bottle's almost empty. I'm using my pH neutral PVA. I get this to help with hand issues, not hurt them. Oh, nice. I kissed my husband for midnight too. I went to bed at 9:30, woke up at midnight. Both of my kids were up with my husband. There was a huge fireworks show in the front of the house and the back of the house. Well, I thought everybody would be in the back of the house. So I watched like the first 5 minutes out there, and then I heard them out front. So I ran up to the front of the house and found them all watching the fireworks show up there. It's hard because there's just fireworks in every direction, which is cool. We don't even have to do anything. We just step outside and we have a full, like, big show. Okay, so I'm just filling this like halfway with my glue. All right. Let's see if this is more manageable for my hand, because that last one was not. So maybe if the bottle is half full. I'm glad I didn't buy like extra bottles and all that stuff and go fully in, because this may not work for me. Let's see. So this is when glue is not archival. It yellows your paper over time. This is an old book page from the 50s. But this is the difference, you know, when something's not archival, it yellows like that and everything. People often wonder, like, why do I need archival? What's the deal with archival? This is still wet in places. That ink is juicy. Oh, I love this card, you guys. What do y'all think? Okay, now let's put a sentiment. Originally, I was thinking about stamping it right on there, but I already glued it down. So now we have to attach it separately. And I can't read those. I have to get this. Celebrate small victories. Ooh, I would have really liked it stamped across there too, but it wouldn't have actually fit. Trust the timing of your life. I like all of these. Tap into your magic. Oh, my goodness. I like them all. What was that? Trust the timing of your life. That's really good. I'm going to use that one. And it's going to stretch all the way across there. All right. Get a block and a piece of paper. That block is just big enough. Hi, Jason Downs. Welcome, welcome. Bitty Penny, the glue press came with 2 tips. The extra bottle had a different tip, so it might be a bigger tip opening and it might come out easier. Ah, well, good to know. Actually, that is the bottle I'm going to be using this time around. I didn't know there were 2 different tips. I just assumed that it was just an empty bottle and a full bottle. Thanks, Reagan. Okay. That'll work. And we're going to do this in brown as well. We're not using any black on this card. So if the first one doesn't come out, it's because the stamp's never been used before. But I have a feeling it'll be fine. It's fine. It's the ink, and I think it's mainly the ink. If I had chosen a different ink, it might not. Plus, I think these are acrylic. They're not photopolymer. Yeah, they're acrylic stamps. I like acrylic stamps. I like photopolymer too. Not all acrylic is created equally either. Like a Sizzix acrylic stamp is going to be something completely different than an off-brand Chinese acrylic stamp. That's going to be different. And not because it's China. I mean, almost everything's made in China. It's not because it's Chinese. It's just the off-brand, because, you know, they're going to use a different type and quality. Whoops, sorry to bump y'all like that. Sorry about that. Acrylic. Okay. I'm not trying to get political here. I'm just saying. Wow, really bumped y'all hard. Sorry about that. Okay, I think I want it above, like right here. And we're going to use, oh dang, I keep wanting to use the glue, but I also want to pop this up with foam. I don't know, this glue press is really making me nervous because my hand hurts just from the first time. It's not just my hand, it's my whole arm. Yeah, I want all, I don't want to cover all these layers and the crookedness of it all. But our first card is done. And I like to leave my strings, but if you sew, oh, you know what? The other thing that this card had on it was a really cute button right there. So let me get my buttons out if I can reach them. My stand that you guys are mounted to blocks me from reaching some of my accoutrement. All right. Let's pick a button. I wouldn't mind it, yeah, being like a burgundy. Should I stitch it on or glue it on? We'll glue it on. We don't need to try to watch me stitch. Yeah, isn't that nice? I think this is a ginkgo plant. The ginkgo, was it bobola or something like that? Obviously, I'm not really, I know ginkgo, that's what I know. All right, well, we have to make something else so I can try out this glue press. Okay. Yeah, and this design too, Linda, does kind of have like an Asian flair, doesn't it? Okay, that's that. Card number 1, done. Boy, do I like it. That was easy too. I made it out of scraps. Now, I was inspired. I am casing something, so let me get that back out. I think her name was Lisa Moncrief or Len Moncrief. Let me get back to it. This one right here is what I was casing, but I don't really enjoy working in completely neutrals. I love the way it looks. I always think, oh yeah, I want to do something completely neutral, but I don't enjoy it. I found that much out. So there's my version. There's her version. I like color. So this is from the Somerset Studio magazine from a couple of years ago. And I just randomly pulled it off my shelf this morning. And the person who made this was Lynn Moncrief. Way to go, Lynn. KYB. Kiss your brain. All right. And that's how I case a card, my friends. Ooh, look at these. Want to do one of these? See, everything I turn to, I like. I can show y'all how to do one of these if you're interested. We can even do it with the same stencil. Let's go for it. You can do one of these. So all I need is a book page and my gesso. If you don't have gesso, you could do white acrylic. Oh wait, who made that? This is by Dee Dee. Or Dai Dai. Okay. Book page. That tap is, I have to find a book page. Beautiful card, Biddy. Did a great job. Thanks, Flo. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Paula. Hello, hello. Happy New Year, Lisa. Yeah, I really love I love the look of neutral. I just don't do neutral. There's too much color in my heart. Okay. Gesso. That's way more than we need. But that's okay. All right. I say that, but actually it's going to take quite a bit. We're going to do a partially covered, which is great because I have no idea what this book says, what the words might be. So this is great because we can kind of white out what might not be appropriate. I'm deciding if I want to leave this texture. I really like this texture a lot. See the texture I've gotten on there right here, all those places. Okay, this still has gesso on it, which I do need. So I want to move this off to the side and keep it right over here. I'm going to dry this with my heat tool and read y'all's comments. All right, so who's setting New Year's resolutions? Bueller, anybody? Anybody? Not me. I'm not. I have goals. I have ways I want to switch things up, but no like resolutions per se. I am going to take a little more off of here. Just pick up a little bit more of this. All right. After 2 years with crafty friends, I had to go to sleep. Oh my goodness, I bet, Linda. Were you up with the late night crew? I was impressed that I was able to wake up for fireworks and just go for like 20 minutes and all the excitement with my kids and my hubby, and then go right back to sleep. Even my brother-in-law came out for a moment. He said he was up just doing the dishes and heard all the fireworks. I was like, oh yeah, it's New Year's Eve. Maybe I should go check those out. And we were outside. There's been a lot of bobcat sightings in our neighborhood, so Sparkleheart was like, I'm not getting off the porch. We went to the grocery store last night to pick up a few treats, and she was like, I'm going to use you as a human shield, Mom. And I was like, that's fine. I'm old. I've had a long life. She's like, yeah, I have a lot to live for. Shielding her. I was like, you know, even if you said something else, I would still shield you from a bobcat. We were joking about it on the way to the car. No, Rhonda, no for you, but I do want to have a go of making a journal. Oh, Rhonda, did you see my video the other day? I don't think I made a thumbnail for it. I've developed a really bad habit about that. Just recently I developed this bad habit, so I need to let it go. But I shared towards the end of the video. Well, first of all, we decorated the journals I made on Saturday. And then at the end of the video, I shared a whole bunch of different ways to bind a journal. And we made a journal like really fast, probably in 10, 15 minutes. We made a whole 3 signature journals. So if you go back and catch that, it could help. It could help you make a journal. That's a reasonable goal. You can do it, girl. I smashed 31. This is Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Happy New Year. I smashed 31 pads of paper last year. This year I want to keep smashing pads and want to make one of them a paper with lots of pages. Oh, cool. 31 pads. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. You know, Letty, Party Planner Papery, she smashes some paper pads, y'all. Boy, does she smash some paper pads. She's a good one to watch if you're trying to smash paper pads. And then there's the Paper Stash Smash collab too. All right. Debbie's brainchild. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. What do I want to do? I think I'll go back to using the stencil. If you did, I wanted to show you if you didn't have stencils. Whoa. I am sorry. The way my camera is set up. Let me move it up a little bit. I'm going to keep bumping you guys. I don't want to do that. All right. You can do this without a stencil, but since I have the stencil, I might as well use it. Because let's be real. I'm only gonna, I'm gonna use it so many times. Okay, so number 1. And again, I'm making sure I can read the word Sizzix. If I had it upside down, the word Sizzix would be backwards. So we're gonna put this on here like so. And then I think I need to replace my sticky grid sheet. Let's try to make this work. All right. I liked the combination of the Victorian velvet. I'm not going to worry about the green and all that because it barely showed through last time. I might put yellow into the mix too, though. I had to dry that really good because I don't want gesso in my brush, by the way. So if you do what I'm doing, make sure you dry really well. After you've put your gesso down on your book page, make sure you dry it really well. I think my next layer is going to be yellow. And I know when I blend, it's going to make a little orange. And all together, I think it'll be really beautiful. So this is Victorian Velvet. I need to make journals. I bought a bookbinding kit. Maybe this year. Who knows what's in those boxes, Reagan? You may have like a cinch and all kinds of things. Yeah, I made super simple journals the other day. Man, this system is brilliant. KYB Sizzix, because I don't have to stress about if I'm going to line this up right or not. I just have to pop it on there. Gosh, I love that. All right, now I need yellow. Okay, I'll just use this one. This is one of my favorites, fossilized amber. I love fossilized amber and mustard seed. I feel like this project that we're making now is a total cheat with these products. There is a way to do this even if you don't have like layering stencils and stamps. I'm kind of getting the easy version here because my products that I have out right now are perfect for this type of design, but I can show y'all how to make it without it if y'all want. Probably should have gessoed 2 sheets of paper at once. But yeah, there's our leaves. Okay, and now just need to stamp it. I'm going to clean off the stamp. It still has the weeping willow on it. I'm going to use black this time. And I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx black ink, I think. Jill, oh, Jill, Happy New Year. Hubby has a bunch of 1-inch squares on his desk and has been making beautiful cards with them. I'll see if he'll put them on the community page. Oh, awesome. Hi, Heidi. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Inchies are really fun. John is a fabulous card maker. I really like his cards a lot. And yours, Jill. It's so cool because y'all have completely different styles, which is awesome and perfect. Just the way it should be. Okay. These should line up. Kind of got off down here, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all. I'm just using a stamp press. This is a really LDRS stamp bendable. I got it years ago. Reagan, you might have one of these in your box because I think LDRS does a lot of Home Shopping Network's products. They make a lot of products for the Home Shopping Network. I like how blotchy this is, and so I'm not going to re-stamp it. I'm just trying to get a little more ink off of the stamp and onto the paper. But because I left texture on there, this is not going to be like a perfect impression, and I really like it. See? Isn't she lovely? I love it. And that's just a book page with gesso first, dried, and then we did the layering stamps with the final stage being the stamp. And I love it. I could just sit and make those all day long. Let me show you all the inspiration piece. This is the inspiration piece. So the reason I used the VersaFine ink on that was so that I could come in and do a little smearing with watercolor if I wanted. So let's do another layer to this. Let's go in. We use the Tim Holtz inks, so those will definitely like smear and run. There's just a little bit of that. So I'm just kind of do a little bit of that. And because this is gessoed, I actually have a little more time to work with everything on my palette. I like it like it is, so I'm not going to do too much of this, but this is part of the inspiration. So just showing you how to get that effect. So then you can go in and kind of move that color around and extend it outside of your area. And then let's measure this because, you know, this could go inside a journal, but I'm going to put it on a card most likely. Okay. So I think we're just going to lose this edge over here, chop that edge, keep the rough edge, and go with that. Happy New Year, everybody. I've been working on my scrapbook ATCs. Awesome, Jill. Are you going to take ATCs to Paper Ganza again this year? Let's see, I think this is about right. So that piece is, I need to wipe my guide here. My piece was still, my piece, because it has gesso, it's very wet. It's going to stay very wet when you add water, which is the whole point. A gesso primes your surface, your substrate or surface, so that it's more workable. It doesn't absorb as quickly, which means it's going to take longer to dry. So we'll give it some help. Now, I saved a little gesso on my silicone brush. Remember that? Because I think we need to work a little bit over the image as well. Again, I really like this image, so I'm not wanting to distort it too much. But the cool thing that it's a book page, it's a stamp, it's a stencil, we have ink, we can always make more. But I want to teach you the proper way to create this effect. And the proper way to create this effect is to go back over your image a little bit with that gesso. And you're kind of whiting it out a little bit. And I think that's about what I like. So yeah, let's put this remaining gesso on another sheet. And I want to show you guys how to create this effect if you're interested. If you don't have, because I don't have layering stencils, except for the ones, you know, that I was just given, but I don't have layering stencils myself. So I would personally want to know, how do you create this look if you don't have layering stencils? I could see myself wanting to know that. So I can show y'all. I have 2 journals I need to finish since 2022. You know what, Linda, I have a sketchbook that I picked up yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I found it in my craft room when I was cleaning last weekend from 2022. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did like, you know, 10 pages or something in the sketchbook. And so same, I need to finish that. All right, that's good. Hopefully it covers up anything that doesn't want to show through. I try to acquire books that I don't have to worry about, but that's not always an option when people give you books. You don't always get to pre-screen them. All right, I had a little more gesso, so I'm just going to kind of work that over here. All right, and now that's clean. All right, let's try this one a little bit. Where's the community space? I was looking if there was a Facebook page to share on. There's a few, Lisa, but I'm sure Jill told you. Flo, yes, I want to sort it and see what I'll be keeping. It was kept in a storage unit, so I don't want to bring any critters in the house either. Oh, yeah. Sort and wipe everything down. Yep. You know what I'm kind of thinking about making with these? Bookmarks. I need more bookmarks because y'all see I always use those post-it notes. And my friend Desiree happened to make me a stamp set for this moment. So we're going to pull out Desiree's stamp set. And she didn't just make it for me. She made it for everyone. This will be fun. New journal for Janet Young's scavenger hunt. Oh, fun. Janet rolled out the prompts last night. Oh, Flo, that's fun. Janet's so fun, isn't she? Janet's a lot of fun, you guys. If you don't know who she is, she's here on YouTube. She's Dee Dee's best friend, Dee Dee Willingham, who I often mention and I adore and love. And she's an artist. She does a lot of different things. She does Zentangle. She does just, I don't know. How would you characterize her, Flo? she's just fun and is a free spirit. She's a lot like me. You never know what Janet's going to be doing. Even Janet doesn't know what Janet's going to be doing. But she's not like in one dedicated thing. Like she makes zines, and she's not like a card maker, a junk journaler. But she's funny and sweet, sassy, and fabulous. You can be sweet and sassy. It's a thing. All right, I'm looking for my stamp set. This pile seems a little lighter than it should be. Oh my goodness, it's not here. I pulled, let's see, I pulled it out the other day to use it. Bear with me, you guys. Bear with me. Let me see if it's under this stack of paper right here. I know it's over here. I'm gonna find it. Just hold on. Y'all keep chatting. I just find it. Maybe. I have some piles of stamps that need to be put away. I found it. I knew I just had it out, so it couldn't be far. It couldn't be far away. Here it is. No, that's not it. Hold on. Here it is. Here's the one I want to use. This is the new 6x8. Desiree's previous releases had been 6x6, but now she's making 6x8. Okay. I knew it was close. It just got covered up. Retro Queen! You're learning how to make cards? Awesome. Well, hang out with me. I'll be making lots of those. Okay. Right now, oh goodness, I don't think I cleaned this before I put it away. Right now, we're going to make some bookmarks real quick. This is from Desiree. Let me get the packaging. I'm so bad. Let me get the packaging. It doesn't go to the stamp. But this is from Desiree Tangles. And this is from her latest release that came out in November, I think. This is some bitty tangles. And she designed them to be like bookmarks, instant bookmarks, but you can use them on cards and journals or whatever. And then they have these really awesome sentiments. Love with all your heart, make today amazing, be you, and you are enough. All right. That you are enough hit hard. Just saying. So I like the idea of making bookmarks on book pages. This one's going to be a little shorter, and that's okay. But I think we're going to stamp them just like that. I did make a card today, actually, though. I think, you know, how you find your passion. Your passion, you know you found your passion when you would do it no matter if you were rich or poor, for better or for worse. And that's me in card making and paper crafting. That's how I know I found my passion. I just want to clean this up before I put it away. I don't know if we're done with it because I'm really enjoying it, but we're done with it for now. I want to take it off the blocks, so. Sorry, just cleaning things off. All right. Hey, while we're here, I think I have these sheets right here. I think I'll give myself a new sticky mat for the new year. I tend to use things until I just can't anymore, but I'm going to use a new one. How many come in this package? 5. And then I also got the adapter plate. This adapter plate is so you can use other stencils. I think these, oh wait, actually it's a different thing. No, this is the one. You like can stick this to other stencils, and then that way you can use them in this platform. So that's what that baggie, and I just taped them together so I wouldn't lose them. Look, if you knew how chaotic my craft room would get, you would understand. It's best that I keep things together sometimes. All right. This is not symbolic. I really do need to replace this. So now when you do this, when you replace the sheet, the back you're going to peel off. So again, you're going to follow the Sizzix. It says Sizzix right here. So you know that's the top. And this is the back or the bottom of it. So this part you can peel off, and you can discard this piece right here if you're planning on this just living in here, which I am. And then this has about the stickiness of a Post-it note. See how that just peels right off? It may even be able, but I think it's a different kind of, yeah. So we'll say goodbye to that because the top is not very sticky anymore. And then it has this guide on here for you to be able to follow. Just pop that right back down on there. I think mine would have stayed sticky longer if I had done better about keeping up with the sheet right here. So what I can do is take a Sharpie, if I have one. My Sharpies disappear on me, you guys. I'm gonna use a wax pencil. I can't find a Sharpie. Sticky grid sheet cover. Yay! Okay. So now, when I pick this up in my craft room, I'll know, hey, that goes back on your sticky grid sheet. Gotta figure out how to separate them. There we go. I'm not going to touch that with my fingers. I'm just going to lay that back down with the sheet. There we go. Now, and now when this is separated, I know where it goes. I know this is not something to throw in the trash because I labeled it. That wax pencil worked really well. Okay. I don't need no stinking Sharpie. My 1,000 paper pads. Well, paper pads are getting harder to come by. It seems. Okay. I need this. I need this. All right, let's keep making. Okay. Turns out I did that for a reason. I need to stamp this stuff. Oh yeah, this is grabbing my paper much better. All right, and these are gonna go on here. Like so. And if I was being persnickety and wanted to not dirty up my paper right away, I could put like, you know, something like that down. I'm not worried about it. Okay, make sure that's on there. Hear that stickiness? I didn't have that before. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean this stamp really good because I got some wet gesso on a raised part of it. All right, so I'm gonna use VersaFine because I wanna use watercolor, and VersaFine is for watercolor. Betty Penny, can you Mod Podge that on your calendar? Yeah, totally could. Yeah, that could be collage fodder. That sheet that we made, this one right here, that could be in your masterboard, your collage fodder. It could be, we're probably going to put it on a card or something. But the scraps I could keep and make cluster with it. Could go onto a snippet roll. You name it. Ooh, I might put it on the cover of my new journal. It's not a journal. Well, it's a planner, but I'm going to use it like a daily sketchbook. Which starts today. Yay! Oh yeah, I need a book. I need a bookmark for this too. Oh, actually never mind, I got a writing sheet, but I got a Hobonichi Techo cousin. This is an A5 version. Anyways, it has a different sheet of paper for every day. So I'm gonna be drawing a picture every day is the goal in there. I think what I'm going to do is get a dictionary out, pick a different item from the dictionary every day, and draw that. And I think that'll give me a lot of experience of drawing different things. That's the plan right now. And I bought that one because it's a Japanese brand, and they use this specific paper that, even though it's really thin, like a Bible page, it takes watercolor beautifully, and markers and ink. It can handle all of that, even though it's thin, like super, super thin. The paper takes media very well. And because it's super thin, I can have 365 days of drawings and it won't take up a ton of space. I was thinking about making my own because I could definitely make my own. The problem is it would be so bulky with the paper that I have. Okay, so there's our future bookmarks. These can also go on a card. They're beautiful on cards and journals. But I really need some bookmarks. All right. And I'll clean those a little better later. Let me put my grid sheet down to cover my grid sheet. That'll keep it stickier longer. There we go. And that'll keep it from getting dirty. Okie doke. So let me show you. Hi, Gwen. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Show you how we're going to do this thing. I got behind. One, because I stopped the chat, and two, I stepped away to find those stamps. Hi, Jay. Happy New Year. I'm going to have you on my channel in 2026 if you'll come and hang out with me. If you're interested in such things. All right. Ooh, I want to color it this way. This one anyways. I always see this one going this way. All right. Let's do this. So this is an old book page that I put gesso on. I dried the gesso. And then now we're going to work in and paint it. Here was the first one where we used like layered stamps and a stamp and created this look, but we can create this look even if you just have stamps. So that's what I'm showing right now and demonstrating right now. I'm going to come in with my watercolor. Y'all all saw that coming, didn't you? And if you don't have watercolor, use your ink pads. Okay. Brush. Add some water. Sorry, I have stuff everywhere. All right. Now, give it a little mist. Now this is where you could get lost coloring and really enjoying the tangles. I think I am just going to keep it loose, try to keep it loose. And work some color on here. Do a little darker color there. Hello, Lisa Long. Happy New Year. Good morning. Okay, and now I want an even lighter pink. And the way I'm going to get a lighter pink is by adding more water. And that's going to allow me to wash this out. I think I'm just going to go all over pink. And then we'll work back in some details. The great thing is that we've used gesso here. If you don't have gesso, you can use white acrylic paint. They're not the same thing, but they work interchangeably for this project. Um, Gesso has a little more grit to it. A white acrylic paint is going to be more plasticky and um, may not take different mediums as well as a gesso. A gesso is kind of great for most mediums. Okay, and now I'm just going to work in a little bit of, I think I'll go ahead and move on over here. I'm going to let that pink dry, and maybe we'll even come in with our acrylic markers and add in detail. This is one of my favorite tangles. I think it's called the henna drum, if I'm not mistaken, which I may be. Yeah, I knew I was going to cause a craft avalanche over there when I was digging for these stamps. This flower right here is something that I used to doodle all the time when I was in like middle school and high school. I made flowers that looked just like these. I took an art class recently over the Christmas break, and the teacher talked about a virtual art class. She talked about how, is it that we know shapes or do they know us? She talks about some really interesting concepts of like intuitive concepts for artists, and they were like a breath of fresh air. So it's like, do I know the henna drum or does the henna drum know me? Dun, dun, dun. Janet is a lot of talent and a lot of snark combined. Yes, that's a great way of describing Janet Flo. But you know, underneath all that snark is a really sweet person. You just know it. This purple is so rich. I always have to dilute it quite a bit. So when you're working with watercolor, you know, it's really great like this to work around. Like if this was one painting or one stamp, to work around. So, you know, I did the pink here and then I went on and did the yellow. Now I'm doing the purple. Um, and I'm giving the pink time to dry. It's really good to work around your piece like this and not try to finish one before moving on to the other, because then there's a lot of wait time. And I would rather stay in the flow myself of creating. And I was wanting to put purple over here, purple and yellow with the pink. So what I'm going to do is come in here, I'm going to add purple in the background. I'm just keeping it real loose because we're still going to put gesso on top of this. So, you know, this is not an exercise of precision. Just getting some color in here. And then I think I'll come in with my acrylic markers and add in some details to those. Okay, moving out of the purple, let's add some red to this one. All right, that's the red I like. I really kind of want to tap the red in here. Make it kind of like an Indian paintbrush. One of my favorite wildflowers. All right, and then we can work the red in here. I like red and purple together. All right. And now I'm going to add some green. Good morning, Angie. Happy New Year. April, Happy New Year. You're one of the ones I saw was collabing with Raul, and I was so happy. I'm so happy you guys are just blossoming and doing all kinds of things. It just makes me so happy for you guys. All right, mixing in a green here. We've made a card this morning, but then we've also been doing some mixed media with gesso, I guess, is what you would consider this. And I am so not worried about this being perfect, you guys. Not at all. If I get to the end here and I don't like something, I'll just put more gesso on it. I see these as leaves, so I'm going to paint these green. I think I saw you collabing with somebody else too, maybe. April. Congrats and enjoy. I'm so happy for all my friends who are joining new design teams this year and growing and exploring and playing. So happy for you guys. I'm here to cheerlead for you. Reaching your goals. Trying new things. All right. Let's do some blue over here. Why not? And I'm almost done. I'm just going to put this kind of lattice design in. Now, I will say it's so fun to paint and color in Desiree's tangles with more precision than what I'm doing right here, right now. It's just stylistically, that's not what we're going for today, but it is a lot of fun. It's very, it's like something you can kind of get lost in. It's very meditative. If you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, this I find to be very relaxing, zen tingling, and then coloring it in. Okay. I want to add something else. I actually think I want to add a little bit of like distress to this. Yep. So I just kind of have this muddy brown color on my palette. That is perfect. Yeah, I like that. I like how it kind of knocks it back a little bit. There we go. And we could do more distressing around the edges if we wanted to. All right, now I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna put away my paintbrush and my paints. And now for my next trick, I'm going to get out my acrylic markers and add just a little more of the detail in from her stamps. You could, if you don't have acrylic markers, you could do this step with colored pencils. Yeah, that's the only thing. You're right, Gwen. Gwen, Happy New Year. If y'all are going to use Mod Podge in a journal, be very careful. It will cause your pages to stick together. It's honestly better to use a matte medium if you can, if you have it. They're not too, it's not that much more, honestly, for a small jar of matte medium than what you pay for Mod Podge. Like Liquitex makes one. I'm sure Golden makes one. Let's color in some of these. I don't want to add too many more colors, so I'm sticking to a blue that's really close to the lattice work color. And then I think I want to maybe splatter on this piece a little bit. Because I'm not being uber careful or worried about coloring these precisely, I'm kind of automatically getting highlights, which is nice. I don't need to go in with a white gel pen and add in highlights because I'm kind of already getting them the way that I'm roughly coloring it in. Let's make these orange. Same thing with these. I'm not coloring it so that I'm filling in 100%. And that's giving me an immediate highlight. I'm using my Sharpie acrylic markers right now, in case you're wondering. These are from Sharpie. Just going over that green. All right. I think that's good enough for now. I am going to go back with my gesso. And that's more than enough. Sorry, I'm just going to put this over here for now. It'll be fine. It's a dried baby wipe. A wet baby wipe would also work. All right, you don't need a wipe. I'm just using what I have at hand. And now I'm going to lightly gesso back over some of this. See why the precision didn't matter now? Because once you're tapping in this gesso back on top of it, the eye just isn't looking for, the eye isn't trying to determine if you colored outside the line or not. And essentially, I think this gives you a very similar look to this first one we created, where we had like the layered stencils and the stamps. You don't have to have those. I was cheating. It was really easy and quick because I was able to just stencil the color in, and then these I had to paint it in. But it's essentially the same thing. Very similar look with different mediums and supplies. Okay. Throw that away, clean that later. All right, let's make stuff with this, and let's see if I can handle this glue gun or not. I don't know, I'm getting nervous, you guys. It's a little rough on my hands. Okay, what are we gonna make with this? One thing I honestly thought about doing was putting it on the cover, because I thought about masterboarding the cover of this journal. So I think I really like it on there. And then I could add other things like the deep end of the ocean. So this part down here we would lose. And this I probably will just Mod Podge. This is paper. It's a slick paper. I think I'll just Mod Podge this directly on here. Let's do it. Let's go for it. So let me trim this up the way that I want it. Yeah, and I kind of like that it's torn like this on this edge. Originally, I was thinking of putting fabric over here. But I might just leave it like this for a while, and then when I find a piece of fabric that I just love, 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 I'll keep adding to my journal cover as I go. All right, anybody that I missed, Happy New Year. Yeah, this is gonna go in here. Okay, Mod Podge, here we go. Well, this is fun. We've made a card today. If you missed it, let me show you the card we made this morning because it's really pretty. Whoa, here's the card. Try not to get that in the Mod Podge. It says, trust the timing of your life. Just felt like the right kind of sentiment for today. If you want to see the making of that card, you just got to go back to the beginning of this live. And that's where it was made. And then we made this together. And then our bookmarks. What's cool about me putting the cover on here is now, if I want to use those bookmarks in here, I can. I mean, I could anyways, but they'll match. Be all matchy-matchy. I could also see myself like continuing just to add more and more to this cover over the year. So who knows how much of this we'll see on here by the end of the year. Okay. Let me tack the rest of this on here. I'm going to get a baby wipe out and wipe this edge, but it cleaned up pretty nicely, but I'm still going to wipe that with a clean baby wipe. There we go. Nice. I have a new journal cover. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, my scissors are stuck together. How did I do that? All right, this is, sorry, I can't see very well. going to have to start wearing my readers to craft in, I think. That's probably a 2026 thing. Get a pair of readers for my craft room for crafting. All right, I like that. Or does it feel like a Saturday? Well, yeah. Good night to Retro Queen. I know she's gone. She's way asleep now. Cat, Happy New Year. That paint looks yummy. Was that my my watercolor paint? So these are still looking pretty wet with the gesso. Let me dry that, and as I dry that, I'll be able to catch up with y'all's comments. Perfect. Okay, so now today I can say we've made a journal cover and a card. Woohoo! That feels pretty like accomplished, productive. All right, take these off. And I'll dry this and catch up with y'all's comments, which I'm excited about. Hi, Camille. Happy New Year. Camille, are you going to Paper Ganza again? We got to spend more time together. It's just, I know it's hard, but it'll be good to see you again. I got to start saving my money. Now that I'm committed and I've made the decision. Lots of snow. Y'all have lots of snow? Oh, everybody has snow but us. It's warm down here. Oh, Mary, you're back. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Hi, Cordelia. Happy New Year. Sorry, I was behind on my chat, but I'm getting caught up now. Happy New Year. John Pounds is here. Happy New Year, John. Scrapbook Sage. Has everyone submitted their craft roulette cards this week? I guess it's Thursday, so last day for members. Yeah. I got mine turned in. If you want to know if your project's dry, touch it. If it feels cool to the touch, it's not dry. Jill got hers submitted. Oh, Camille lives an hour west of Chicago. Oh, you and Mary are close to each other. How cool. Okay, now let's turn these into bookmarks, and I'm really tempted to stitch them. If y'all can bear with me, I'm going to pick a paper. I'm going to pick some stuff from my scraps, like a backing paper, and then I'm going to sew these onto it. That's what I'm going to do. Look, Desiree, I'm finally making bookmarks with a stamp set. I have been just using it on cards. I'm going to make my border a little wider on this one. Show more of the book page. That way, ooh, yeah, I like the wider border. Okay. Note to self. I encourage you guys to pick a daily practice. It doesn't have to be painting. It doesn't have to be anything really significant. It might be just to craft every day, just to create, even if it's 5 minutes. Even if you just go to your crafty table and glue some paper down, cut some paper up, put your stamps away, just to get in there. I'm going through my scraps and give it a go every day. So what I'm going to do is back this. I think this paper is too thin. I'm wanting to make it more sturdy than this, but I'm just going to back this on some cardstock. Ooh, this is always one of my favorites. Let me use this one. Oh man, it's day 10. Ugh. Ate up your holidays and everything. Ugh. Yeah, there's been a lot of sinus infections and things people have been dealing with. I guess whatever this strand is lends itself to it this year. Oh, my friend's son is doing well, everyone. Thank you for praying for him. He is doing well. I've been checking on him too. Ooh, look what I found the other day. Oh man, this is definitely a scrap. It's all beat up. It's denim paper. It really is. It's got like fabric. It's just, but it's thin. But it's this denim paper. Let's use that on the back of this one. I kind of want to do a little bit on the front and the back. Let's do that. So what I'm going to do is take it, fold it, and then I'll stitch it on. Do you guys have plans today? We didn't make any plans with anybody or anything. Is this a sticky paper? I'm wondering. I won't be able to put that through the sewing machine if it is. Let's find out. I don't know anything about it. Is it a sticker? I mean, I know it's in my scraps and all, but I still don't know. No, I don't think. It's slick like a sticker on the back, but I don't think that it is one. Don't put sticker paper through your sewing machine, you guys. You can sew on a lot of paper, but sticker paper is not one of them. All right. One more to go. So these two are ready. Let's see. Ooh, I think I just found more pretty paper. Yeah, that'll work. Dun, 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 dun. Camille Jill's a sweetheart. Y'all should get together, Mary, when everyone's better. Oh, yeah, the flu has been really bad in our schools this year. Okay, I like that. The purple flowers. And this is very floral, so I really like that. I'm wondering if I should have backed it with anything. No, I'll leave it just like that. Good health all around. Yes, for everyone. I do the same thing, Cordelia. I mean, I usually print them out. Oh, have a great one, Mary. Using watercolor pencils. Oh, watercolor pencils are a lot of fun, Jill. You just color with them. You don't need, one tip I'll tell you is like with a colored pencil, which I happen to have right here. Let me grab one of those. I have watercolor pencils here too. Let's see. I think these are the watercolor ones. Yeah. Let me show you something. So, dust it off. I don't use them very often. But with a watercolor pencil, I'll sew those in a minute. So this is a regular colored pencil. My stomach's making noise. Some people tend, the best way to use a colored pencil is to go lightly and layer. So you go lightly once, twice, and as you want to darken or deepen things, you just add more layers on top. There's a tendency with colored pencils from people like me who go, that's how I've always used a color pencil, but I'm teaching myself to go lightly and build up the color, right? Okay, so that's a typical colored pencil. With a watercolor pencil, you also just want to go lightly. You don't need to lay down a ton of colors. So if you have a stamped image, oh look, I have a stamped image. She's right here. You don't have to go crazy laying down the color. So let's give her a pretty pink dress. Color lightly the way you would color with any colored pencil. I think this is on watercolor paper. Pretty sure it is. That's going to make a difference, the paper that you're working with. If you don't work with a watercolor paper using watercolor pencils, you're going to see a lot more streakiness and you're not going to get the movement that you probably want. Otherwise, what's the point, right? I mean, unless that's all you have, then the point is to use what you have. But you're probably wanting movement. I'm just looking for a brush. Okay. So let's look at the green. When you blend it out, it gets really vibrant. So I think this is going to be orange. Yeah. So see, even though I added a very light color or a light layer of watercolor pencil, you get a really nice saturated look with just one thin layer. If you go in and you're really forceful with it, and maybe you get like some that's really forceful and on there, and then the some that's not, you're going to get a varying kind of result that's a little more streaky. See, that's a little more streaky. This is smooth. So if you're wanting like a smooth overall color, go lightly and use watercolor paper. That would be my tips. I don't really have any besides that. Hope that helps. I know that was minutes ago, so she may not even be here, but for anybody who needs to know, there you go. All right. I'm going to take this and stitch this together on my sewing machine. Oh, wait, you know what? I think I messed up my sewing machine the last time I was over there this morning, stitching things together. All right, I'll stitch this later, but it's going to basically look like that, but stitched. These I can glue together. Let's check this out again. Oh, okay. I don't know if it's the tip or that there is only half as much glue, but this is much easier. I still think it's exhausting. I think squeezing my regular glue bottle is easier. I wonder if there's a way to like change the tension on it or something. I see this bolt over here. Probably shouldn't start messing with it on day one. There. Let me use my regular, I mean, I don't, it's hard to squeeze that thing, y'all. I find this to be easier. Shucks. That was $45 I didn't need to spend. Kim is like, I told you. Maybe I can work up to it. Like maybe I need to just strengthen the muscles in my hands so that they're strong enough to use a thing that's supposed to make squeezing glue easier. Tell you what. All right, it's just first impressions, that's all. I guess I can't judge it too harshly on the first day, but wow, it's exhausting for my hand. Okay, so yay, I have bookmarks now. I've been saying over and over, I need more bookmarks. Let me see, because I hate leaving things undone. Let me see if I can fix my sewing machine real quick. Y'all just hang out. I'll be right here, over here, making a mess and fixing my sewing machine. I just accidentally pulled the thread out from the needle when we were sewing together earlier this morning on our card. Well, we've made a little bit of everything in the new year. We've made a journal cover, bookmarks, a card. I like the way this year is looking. Lots of variety. I can't see that needle. Hold on. I have to go get my glasses. So this is going to be a BRB situation. I thought it would be quicker, but I got a BRB. Oh, yeah, that's better. That's better. Why is it being so difficult? Because I'm live? That's not nice. Let me see if I can find a threader. No. I hear you, bird. All right. Just over here threading my sewing machine. Don't mind me, you guys. I got it. Okay. At least I didn't lose my bobbin. I did it. Okay, now let me sew this real quick. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right. Be right back. The good news is I don't think that's sticker paper on the back of there. So that's good. We don't want it to be sticker paper. All right. My sewing machine has a funny smell. So that probably means I need to oil it. I'm guessing. I have no idea. Strictly speculating. Ooh, but I like it on the denim paper. I like this bookmark, and it feels good. It's very tactile. I think someone sent me this denim paper in Happy Mail, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really not sure. But it's like a fabric. It looks like denim, but it's like a fabric paper. Isn't that cute? Look at my cute bookmarks. Yay. I have 3 new bookmarks. Okay, I want to catch up with y'all. Kat's out of here. I'm sure she's long gone. Does anyone have any tips about this thing? You're going raw vegan? Linda, that is commitment, girlfriend. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. All right, you guys, I'm probably going to be letting you guys go, but this is what we made today. We made this really beautiful card. I could have sat and made cards like this all day. So we made this card, Trust the Timing of Your Life. And we did a little stitching. We stitched those layers, all 3 of those layers together with that stitch, and I'm leaving it on here. I'm just going to trim it a little bit, not too much. Just needed a haircut. There we go. So we made this card. That was the first thing we made. Then, and let's go back to our inspirations for these. Gosh, I want to make all this stuff, but here it is. This was the inspiration for this card, and it was from Lynn Moncrief in a Somerset magazine. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, and then, I think I just passed it. This style was from, I want to say Dee Dee, but it's probably Dye Dye. From Evans, Georgia. Oh, I know where that is. I have family in Evans, Georgia. So this is a really cool style, and we did it one way with layered stencils and stamping on a book page, just like her with gesso. And I didn't edge it, but I totally can. I could come in here with a pen and go around the edges and distress the edges. I did forget to do that because I did like her distressing around it's real light, but I like her distressing around the edges. We could totally do that. I'm gonna leave it though for now. And then we did the same thing again, but we did it with Desiree's Zentangle inspired stamps, and we made these bookmarks, and they're double-sided. I like this one going this way. So that's what we made today. These I just glued together, and this one I stitched onto that paper. See you at Paperganza. Yeah, it would, Reagan. We'd love to see you there. I agree, Angie. This verdict's really 100% still out on this. I'm not sure. I'll have to have my glasses on just to put that needle back in there. I do think one thing I want to experiment with real quick is Reagan said that the tips are 2 different sizes. So I want to see if the tip is the problem. Oh, and I do notice, Reagan, this one is gray and this one's white. I think you're totally right. So let's see if it's this tip that's giving me even more pain and discomfort. Let's see. I have, tomorrow is sheet load day, you guys. So come back tomorrow. I'll have, 5-10 minute video here for you on sheet load of cards. My January 2026 sheet load of cards. Let's see. I was just going to kind of masterboard this onto some paper. Let's just glue it on here. I just want to test this. Maybe I'll make another bookmark while I'm testing. Whoa, that one's chunky. I think this is the one. Oh, okay. If I use this tip with half a bottle of glue, I just can't fill the glue bottle all the way. Then I think I can handle it without pain. So the problem, if you guys have one of these and it hurts your hand, I think the problem is the full bottle of glue. I'm gonna just fold this over to the back. Oh yeah, I can do this tip real easy. It's gonna use more glue because it's the tip that is broader, it lets out more glue. But that's okay because it doesn't hurt my hand. But definitely no full bottles of glue for this girl and this device. Which is so funny because for like a normal glue bottle, I find that a full glue bottle is better. It's the opposite, I guess. For me, with a normal bottle of glue, oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, I like it. See, first impressions are unreliable. I just had to work with it. Now I know. So now I do wish I had extra of these bottles because I'm only going to be able to fill this halfway to use it. So if I get a couple of extra, then I can have a few on deck that are just halfway filled. But now that we've started this, we're going to finish it. Pretty Penny, get the new scissors out. No glue on them to stick together. Oh yeah, I will, John. I'm going to share them in my Happy Mail, which will be on Saturday. I'm going to share my Happy Mail. Thank you guys so much for all the holiday cards. Oh my goodness. So much amazing Happy Mail. I can't wait to share it with you guys. These are scraps from my sheet load. Actually. That I'm gluing on here right now. Let's just put this right here. Oh yeah, okay, this is a dream now. Okay, I'm sold. So for me, the perfect solution was the gray tip, because Reagan was right, it came with 2 tips, and the gray tip is the wider tip with the bigger opening, and half a bottle of glue. That seals the deal for me. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's glue that right there. Like that. I'm not worried that it's upside down because we'll be able to work around that. Oh, I barely even have to squeeze it this way. When the bottle was full, even with this tip on it, it had this tip on it, and the bottle was full, I could not, it hurt my hand so much to squeeze it. Not just my hand, but my whole arm. So that is the ticket. What's really nice is not having to put the tip on it, you know, my glue topper on it every time. Although I love my glue toppers. Miss Gloria made them. And this I'm going to fold over. Make a masterboard bookmark too. I really like it. Now, I have to cover up the fact that that is upside down. That does it. Yay. I need quite a stack of bookmarks on my desk. I'm going to grab some ephemera real quick. And we'll glue a piece of ephemera on this too. I like it. Let's see. We should probably put a squirrel on there. Being that it is kind of like the mascot for me at this point. Yay, Camille's going to Paper Ganza. Yay. I'm trying to talk Desiree into coming. I like the fox better. I love squirrels. I've always loved squirrels. But that one just looked a little funny. Maybe it's reaching out to give this guy a hug. Or choke him out. I'm not sure which one. I think it wants a hug. But let's do the fox. This is perfect because I am doing critters. I'm drawing critters every day this month. The fox is the same color as the mushroom. Ooh, I like these flowers. Oh, that fills it up nicely, doesn't it? Maybe switch the blue. And yeah. Oh, very cute. I like it. Okay, I think I'm good with that. I'll put this away later. You don't have to watch me fuss with that. All right, I'm going to commit. This is what I'm doing here. Great to see you, paper Ganza. Yeah. Da, 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 da. I really got behind today. I've been doing better. I don't really get behind that often anymore, I don't think. Not saying I see everything, but today was different. Oh, I thought that was on the paper already. It's not, it's loose. I kind of liked it floating up there. Kind of keep it floating up there. The flowers are floating too, so why not? Put this cute little fox. Oh my gosh, one of my close friends in the last 15 years is moving back to Texas. Fiona, F as in fox. We used to sit next to each other. Our cubicles were next to each other. And when she would call clients, she'd be like, Fiona, F as in fox. And she was Foxy. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'll never let it go. Because I probably heard her say that about 600 times. She sent a Christmas card and said, by the way, I'm coming back to Texas. Hey, love. All right. Now, the back is unresolved. We've got to fix the back. But, ooh, I really like this bookmark. It's supersized. It's a supersize. Double Z wasn't as challenging as I thought it would be. Well, did you see me fumble with it, Jill? Oh my goodness. I would have been in trouble if I didn't have Mary guiding me through it. My brain was not connecting those dots. Mick Jones still runs the band. Isn't part of the stage show. I don't know who that is. Bitty Penny, I made a handful of mini journals using some old 6x6. Yay! Oh, from the tutorial I did at the end of my live the other day. Awesome. Did you have fun? My covers are a little wonky, but I had a lot of fun. Good. I'm so glad, Angie. Yeah, it's a great way to use up those 6x6 paper pads. Because they multiply like little gremlins when you got your back turned. You'll be in the kitchen making some coffee, and your 6x6 paper pads are in the craft room multiplying. I'm convinced of it. And the washi tape and the scraps. They're conspiring. Put this right down here. We're going to have to pull in some more scraps. But I'm excited that I used these. I have some fun things I want to introduce and do on the channel in 2026. I think I'm going to put this like right here. Like that. Yeah. John Vance, Jason. Oh, Leonard Skinner. Now I know who you're talking about. Okay. Using every last scrap, and I'll pull in some other ones. Oh, I have this denim scrap too. We can work in there. I'm in no hurry. I don't know about y'all, but like, I don't have any plans. I don't have any places to go, people to see. So I get to just sit here and fiddle with little scraps and make myself things until the kids get up, until it's time to do whatever we're gonna do. And I don't know what that's gonna be. Gosh, I went from fully regretting the purchase of that glue press to liking it. All in one live. Just gotta stick with it sometimes. Such a great pun for a glue gun. Just gotta stick with it. Oh, good, Jill. I'm glad that helped with the watercolor pencils. Good, good, good. I'm gonna get caught up, y'all. Happy New Year, Vicky. Vicky, sending you prayers. I saw you on Lala's, by the way. It was awesome. But then you got a text, and I just want to say I've been praying for you ever since and wishing you well. And I love that you were collaborating with Mommy Guide. And y'all were making junk journals. That was so cool. It was part of Mommy Guide's Vlogmas, y'all. She's been vlogging every day. She's had all different kinds of people on and doing things. Happy New Year, everyone. Yes, bookmarks and cards and journal covers and just anything and everything I can get my grubby little hands on today. Ooh, more scraps. This pink goes well. Let's use it. Yeah. She's doing good, Linda. Thank you. Now, my dog loves fireworks. So my dog, if she could have fairy wings, she would. She wants to fly. And in fact, Sparkleheart used to always draw her and depict her with wings. But she loves to chase the fireworks. She loves to run around the yard and watch the fireworks. So I'm hoping she didn't re-injure her neck last night or cause it any stress. But she loves her some fireworks. It doesn't stress her out. She doesn't get upset like most dogs. She gets excited. She likes a party, that dog. Ooh, I love this gold. We're gonna have to work this gold in here. A lot of angles, so we'll keep the angles going. We'll just pop that in here somewhere. But thank you, Linda. She's doing better. Let's just put it right there. Yeah, I use a normal sewing machine needle, normal sewing machine. It's a Singer heavy duty. I did have to replace mine. Gosh, I replaced it literally like in January or February of 2020. The first thing I made on it were masks. But since then, we've been paper crafting on it. Anyways, it's just a regular sewing machine. I like the idea of working more of this gold in here, because I am a magpie. Wouldn't that be awesome? I have a pair of denim pants in this craft room. I'm not gonna lie. I've used it actually to make pockets for a junk journal. Let me see, because Jill, I think you would like that project. I don't know if you ever saw it. I took denim. I had a pair of pants and I cut them apart. See? And I brought those pieces to the craft room. And I just turned them, the idea was to turn it into pockets for my junk journal, like cover. See, and I just stitched down here at the bottom, put a zigzag stitch in there, and then I decorated it with lace and embellishments, and then I put another pocket right here. So it's like a double pocket. But it could also hold a junk journal, was what I was thinking too. So yeah. Let's put some more magpie bait. That's what this is. On here. I'm happy with my glue gun. All right, and I have one more piece. Sparkleheart told me that she was raking leaves the other day. Well, her grandfather was out raking leaves, and she and her cousins decided to help him a little bit. And they found a whole peanut, and I told her, well, that was probably a bird that dropped that. It was a peanut in its shell. Okay. Oh, let's do the top. Let's put a little piece right here. That'll do. Gosh, what a long life. I don't even know how long it's been. Did not have a sewing machine. It's a funny smell on my bingo card this morning. Well, I like filling up people's bingo cards. I'm real good at it. How about a peanut in the front yard? Do you have that one on your bingo card? Let's see. Yeah. Ooh, another bookmark. We're going to have a lot of fun with scraps because guess what? I was trying not to bring my 2025 scraps into 2026, but I'm not throwing them out. So they're coming with me and we're just going to have a lot of scrappy projects. There's all that. Yes, bingo card things you think will happen, like watching football. Yeah. Good luck in the new year. I'll just keep my faith in the Lord for his guidance. Yeah. Yeah. Not really good luck. It's something I will say when the unexpected happens. Yeah. When I was little, I would make sure I ate 365 peas, LOL. Money was out. I detested greens. I'm making black-eyed peas today with ham hocks. I sure am. I am not superstitious. But I love black-eyed peas. So I was going to make them whether it was New Year's or not. So, but it's New Year's. My mom will be happy. She used to get upset if she'd be like, you didn't eat any black-eyed peas. So I had to explain to her, when you're living in your faith, you don't have to worry about superstition. And she's like, oh yeah, I never thought of it like that. So I'm hopefully slowly making my mom less superstitious. This looks like a mess, but it's actually watercolor dots that are messy. Okay, I hope you guys had fun today. I had fun. I know that I got behind, and I do really apologize for that. Where's the lid to this? Oh, there it is. You're supposed to put it right here. But when you're done, I think you're supposed to put it back on. I don't know. And then it doesn't really sit in. Now what do? You do that. I think that's what you do. Whoa. But I'm so sorry about your ears. I am not going to like the glue just drying on that. So I'm probably going to have to clean that off every time. Yeah, I think you do that. I think. I don't know. Maybe it goes the other way. Oh, it feels more sturdy this way. I don't know. Yeah, I think it goes like that. Sure. Just making it up. Hey, Debbie. I don't know. That feels fine too. No, that's going to fall. Y'all are probably like, just watch somebody's video and you'll know what to do. I think that's what you do with it. The engineering. This makes the most sense. It seems most sturdy, although that's not really sturdy either. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I don't know what to do with the glue. Here. Go over there. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, so we made a card. We lastly made this little, not little, this is a big bookmark. These are little bookmarks. So yeah, we made 4 bookmarks today. And then we also covered my new journal, which I am going to paint or draw, whatever, sketch 1 image a day. So there's a page for every day of the year. And my plan is to make art, even if it's just a sketch, every day. But we made that cover with that Sizzix. So that is everything we did today. What a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope y'all had a lot of fun. John, I bet your Inchy cards look so good. I can't wait to see them. Where do you post? Do you post in Mindless Crafting? Do you post on Instagram? Where do you share? You can share in my community. I need to go get caught up in my community. I thought I was liking and hearting y'all's comments from my dashboard. Turns out I wasn't. So if you think, golly, she never looks at her. No, I do. I just wasn't doing what I thought I was doing. So I have to go get caught up with that. But you can post them there. If you need a place to post, you can post in my community. And what's cool about it is everybody can see it and you'll get lots of support. I always see a lot of thumbs up and encouragement for each other over there, and I love that. Cordelia, on the Buckeyes fan adjacent is a Huskers fan. Oh, Bitty Penny, no, I did not have the peanut. It wasn't boiled, it was in its shell. I'm making Hoppin' John with the black eyed peas this morning. It's a tradition. Linda, I'm going to have to look that up. Todd hates black eyed peas, so I'm pulling out the one can I have and fixing some just for me. A little extra luck won't hurt. That's true. I'm going to have to make some cornbread too. I was going to put jalapenos in my cornbread, but I forgot to get jalapenos last night. Oh well. I have some salsa. Ooh, Jill's in the kitchen making a breakfast scrambler. Nice. I have a shirt that says Saturdays are for pain and sadness. Penny Penny, thank you for fun crafty projects. You're welcome, Linda. Dun, 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 dun. Oh gosh, that was a bit of a demo. I'm pretty domestic sometimes myself. Oh, thank you, everybody. You're welcome. Happy New Year. Of course, I want to be here with you guys. You tried, I've never tried boiled peanuts, you guys. Jason tried them in North Carolina and wasn't a fan. Throw it in the corner. That's right, Vicky. When all else fails and I can't figure out the engineering, maybe they didn't think of it, but I feel like they thought of it because I'm sure this has about 400 patents on it. I feel like somebody thought about it, but I just don't know what you're supposed to do with it. Because see, on its own, this comes to a like a point, a sharp point. So it doesn't just like stand up. So somebody had to think of it. It's going to be in a precarious home now. I hope this one's up for an adventure. That's all I got to say. Bye, Cordelia. Debbie loves the boiled peanuts. See, it's just like the things we make. Doesn't your bottle tip go into that stand? Well, I tried that. I mean, it does when you've got this off. I just don't want to leave this off for long periods of time. I don't want my glue oozing out everywhere, and I don't want it closing up. Because, like, I won't be back in here until Saturday. I think it goes like this. It's just not exactly. Maybe you do this. Oh, I think that's like the most sturdy thing. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, I forgot to ask Bitty Penny, did you see the card that Todd made? No, I need to see it. Put the glue tip into the holder. Yeah. The glue will ooze out if you don't put the bottle in straight. Oh. That's how it goes. The cover needs to be off. And you just leave it there with no tip on, like with no seal. I put the bottom of the glue in the holder backwards. Okay. Oh, like this? Dun, 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 Reagan. Look, I have to shake it. I don't have earthquakes here in Texas, but I am the storm in this craft room. It really feels, it's wobbly no matter what. So I think, no. That's too precarious. I think Reagan, I might, well, adopt yours. Yeah, I think I'm going to adopt Reagan's way. That feels the most secure for me. It can still rock and roll, but that's probably how it's going to live. Okay. Enough of fiddling with that. Y'all are like, yeah, we've had enough of that glue bottle. But hey, you know, that's what it's like. Got to test things out. I have bookmarks again. Yay! I bought this to go with my planner. One, because it's so stinking adorable, but two, it's a writing board, so I can put it behind my page and sketch. And it says today, so it's also a bookmark. That's it, you guys. Did you try the glue? When all else fails, look on the website. Right? Since it's going to be a couple of days, I do feel like I need to put the lid on. It's just like what it's like when we get new toys. You know, we got to figure them out. Chances are it's going to live like this. And hopefully I won't lose it. I will have to make room for it on my desk. I do think this felt the most sturdy. If it's living on my desk, I think it'll be okay like that. Yeah. And then I'll just have to flip her over and unplug it. I'll be off to the races. Thanks for helping me figure it out, you guys. And I'm glad we stuck with testing it to figure out for weak hands like mine, who may have an underlying condition, how best to make it a soft squeeze bottle. We figured it out. That really is it. I wish you all. Oh, good. Yeah, do that, John. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I think it does too, Reagan. Thank you. I gotta go watch Reagan's channel. She can give me tips. And I just gotta check up on you. That's what I have to do, you guys. I have to check up on people. I can't watch every day because there's so many. I can't see everything, but I do love to check up on everybody. Oh, one of the things I want to do is leave more comments in the new year because I tend to watch and I don't always leave a comment. So I do want to try to do that. Okay, I could sit here and talk to y'all all day, but I will be back on, what is today? Thursday. I will be back on Saturday. We will hang out. And hi, Angela. And Happy New Year. We will hang out on Saturday. I don't know what we're going to be making, but I want to start planning it. So I'm going to try. I'm going to at least have, like, even if I don't plan exactly what I'm doing for every live, I'm going to say this week, this is what I'm working on. And these are the kinds of videos I want to make in advance. So I'm not so aimless. I feel like I'm too aimless. I'm too free. Got to rein it in a little bit. See, I'll use one of these bookmarks in this journal. Now this journal has built-in ribbon bookmarks too, but I'll also use one of mine because I can use both if I want, or I can use this for a different thing. But yep. See, I need lots of bookmarks. I need lots and lots of bookmarks. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Happy New Year. May the things that you hope for come true. Remember to be nice to yourself this year. I'm going to be working on that, changing the way I talk to myself. And remember to dream. I dream all year long, though. I don't just save it for New Year's. Have your dreams. Have your goals. That's what I'm going to be working on. I do like having goals. I need that. I need some kind of structure. Otherwise, I'm a little bit too much of a free spirit. Okay. Happy New Year's to you all. Wishing you all so many blessings, healing, happiness, fulfillment, endless love, and adventure. All right. Love to you all. Have a super awesome day. Happy New Year. I'll see you on Saturday live, but tomorrow you'll see a sheet load from me. So check it out. Bye, everybody.